You're watching WAFF 48, your first alert. This is breaking news.
Hi again, everyone. WAFF 48's Jenna Way breaking some news right now at the top of this hour in Limestone County. Sheriff's deputies there combined forces with deputies in Madison County to make a big fentanyl bust today. A biggest bust really in more than a year. Jenna's been following the story all day after getting tipped to it this morning. Jenna, how much fentanyl did investigators haul in today?
Liz, Limestone and Madison County Sheriff's offices seized nearly 2.2 grams of fentanyl. To put this into perspective, the lethal dose for any human is 0.2 grams. And with all the fentanyl that they got today, it could have killed nearly 11 people.
It's been over a year since I found this much fentanyl that would raise a trafficking charge.
Limestone and Madison County deputies have been investigating a house in East Limestone County for more than a month now.
We executed the search warrant today. 3 subjects was arrested at the residence, and we located over 2 grams of fentanyl, some oxycodone, alprazolam, and marijuana and crack cocaine inside the residence.
All 3 people who were in the home at the time of the search were arrested. 30-year-old Damon Hardin is charged with drug trafficking, 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance, possession of a pistol by a violent felon, and drug paraphernalia. His brother, Darius Hardin, was also arrested. 32-year-old Darius Hardin is charged with second-degree possession of marijuana. Lastly, 62-year-old Larry Jones was also in the home at the time of the search, is charged with possession of a controlled substance. Deputies say this much fentanyl is concerning.
The fentanyl and heroin is something that we're just really starting to see in Limestone County. I know other cities around us, like Huntsville, has had a problem with heroin for some time, and other fentanyl and opioids. And this is a good example of the opioid crisis expanding into rural areas in Alabama.
Deputies say they're concerned about the community and the expansion this could have and the impact it could have on the county here with the opioid crisis going on in North Alabama right now. Reporting for you live in Limestone County, Jenna Ray, WAFF 48 News.
Thank you, Jenna. Now, one of the men arrested in that Limestone County drug bust, Larry Lee Jones, was actually arrested less than a month ago for murder. Jones is accused of shooting a man at a home on Yarborough Road January the 19th. Jones was released on bond later that day. New developments tonight in Washington over the spending deal to avert another government shutdown. The White House says the president will sign the bipartisan bill and will also declare a national emergency at the southern border. The White House released a statement saying the executive action was taken to, quote, stop the national security and humanitarian crisis at the border. The president once again delivering on his promise to build the wall, protect the border, and secure our great country, end quote. Democrats are speaking out today against that plan, warning of unforeseen circumstances.
I know the Republicans have some unease about it no matter what they say, because if the president can declare an emergency on something that he has created as an emergency, an illusion that he wants to convey, just think of what a president with different values can present to the American people.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi says members of her team currently reviewing that emergency declaration and will respond when they know all of their options. By the way, the White House says it is prepared for a legal challenge. The latest on the story coming up on NBC Nightly News. A shakeup in the Democratic Party at the state level. The Democratic National Committee is ordering the Alabama Democratic Party to hold a new election for its chairman and its vice chairman positions within the next 90 days. The party's Credentials Committee voted that last year's election was invalid. The vote comes after challenges were filed saying several rules were broken to stack the deck in favor of Democratic Party Chairwoman Nancy Worley of Madison County and Vice Chairman Randy Kelly. They will stay in their positions until the new election. There are still more questions than answers tonight in the triple shooting that happened in the parking lot of a Tuscumbia rec center Wednesday. We know the names of the 3 people who were shot, and investigators are waiting to talk to the lone survivor, who right now is in critical condition at UAB. Our Levi Harvey has been following the story since we first broke it yesterday afternoon. Levi, what new do you know?
Liz, I just talked to Chief Tony Logan, who says they need witnesses to come forward. They believe that there could be more people involved. Investigators are talking to family and friends right now. Alante Knowles and Gavin Cole died from gunshot wounds. They are waiting to talk to Reginald Thompson, who is the only person who survived the shooting. He's still in critical condition at UAB. The Willie Green Rec Center is a popular hangout in Tuscumbia, and investigators say it is likely that someone saw something.
When things like this happen, you get people that hear something on the street or whatever and will call us. Any information is important to us, but especially those that have, firsthand knowledge of what may have took place, because, we're talking about 12:30 in the afternoon, and so there had to be some other people that saw or at least heard what took place.
Chief Logan is asking anyone with any information to contact 911. He says his police department is doing everything in their power to make sure they find out what happened. In Tuscumbia, Levi Harvey, WAFF 48 News.
Grab your umbrella. The rain's coming. Brad, you say it's going to start tomorrow. What time and how long is it going to last?
No, we're starting with tomorrow here, 6 o'clock in the morning, spotty showers. So you probably don't need the umbrella until very late in the day, in the afternoon, and on into the evening hours. I'll tell you when the rain's coming back and how much rain we expect into next week coming up.
Thank you, Brad. More now on that breaking news we first brought you today at 4. A high-speed chase that started in western Madison County ended in a 4-car crash in North Huntsville at Maston Lake and Pulaski Pike. WAFF 48's Alan Stroud joins us now live. Alan, we now know 2 people are in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Any updates on the chase and anybody else injured?
Liz, actually, authorities have just released the identity of the man that was involved in the chase. Marius Lamar Moore was arrested and booked in the Madison County Jail. If you take a look at your screen right now, you can see a picture of him. Moore had a number of outstanding warrants with the Madison County Sheriff's Office and Huntsville Police Department. Now he has been charged with attempting to elude police and reckless endangerment. Investigators tell me this all started around 1:30 this afternoon. A routine traffic stop at Waltrana Highway near Nick Davis Road quickly escalated to a high-speed chase after Moore refused to cooperate with a state trooper. The chase then continued to Ride Out Road, where the Madison County Sheriff's Office joined in. A short time later, a female passenger escaped from the car in a neighborhood, and the chase still continued despite a busted tire. It finally ended near the intersection of Pulaski Pike and Maston Lake Road, where the driver crashed into 3 other vehicles. Trooper Curtis Somerville is thankful nobody was seriously hurt in the accident.
And let me say this, anytime our traffic pursuits get to that point that we feel it could be fatal, of course we cannot foresee in the future what's going to happen in a crash. But if we feel it does get to that point where someone's going to be seriously injured or killed, we don't have a problem stopping that crash, and we will do that. In this particular case, fortunately it didn't get to the point where someone was killed, but let me keep in mind, had we thought that someone was going to be killed in this crash, we would have ended this pursuit.
Huntsville police tell me Moore has been arrested 21 times. Reporting live in Huntsville, Alan Stroud, WAFF 48 News.
Thank you, Alan. No doubt we'll be following up on that story. Students in Scottsboro will not be going to school tomorrow. Officials there have called off classes because of the increased sickness in the school system. WAFF 48 Stephen McLam tells us how they hope to get some healthier students in when school starts back up next Tuesday.
Several school systems have taken off this year due to the flu, but this is believed to be the first time that the Scottsboro City school system has taken off due to widespread sickness. Schools like Caldwell Elementary and the rest of the Scottsboro City school system is the latest to call off school due to illness. School officials say the absentee rate grew to 10% and then higher on Wednesday with 270 absences in the system. Officials say many people were absent, but then they continued to have people check out of school throughout the day. Teachers and staff on Thursday will be doing some extra cleaning in the afternoon before leaving for the day.
We know that won't prevent illness, but it could help in terms of just having some time to see the doctor, or if we're already sick, to focus on getting better. And this is not only our students, but this includes some faculty members and staff members as well.
Kids will already have Monday off due to President's Day, so school will resume on Tuesday. Stephen McLam, WAFF 48 News.
A new development could be coming to Madison. What we know about the proposal for Kaiser Boulevard and why some neighbors say it's a bad idea.
Not looking good for next week. I'll tell you right now, we've got a first alert out for Tuesday. We put that out yesterday. I'm extending that into Wednesday now for this, the potential for widespread flooding rain across the area. Here's a closer look at this graphic. We'll be talking more about this. We're going to go hour by hour. That's not the only chance of rain we have. We'll talk about your weekend too next.